The Capitol building mission in The Last of Us. Part 1 is one of the game's most pivotal moments, a point where everything changes, and the stakes of Joel and Ellie's journey are reframed forever. It's not just the end of Tess's arc, it's the moment the story forces Joel into a role he never wanted, and Ellie into a path she never asked for. And it all plays out against the haunting backdrop of one of the most iconic buildings in the game. From the moment you approach the Capitol building, the tone is unmistakable. In the distance, its dome rises above the overgrown ruins of the city, a symbol of government, order, and civilization, now hollow and crumbling. For Joel, Tess, and Ellie, it's supposed to be a place of hope, the spot where they hand Ellie over to the Fireflies and finally be free of this dangerous escort mission. But even before they step inside, there's a tension in the air that says things aren't going to go as planned. The journey to the building is already exhausting, weaving through flooded streets, dodging patrols, and fighting off infected. But the sight of that grand entrance still carries weight. Tess moves with purpose, practically leading the way, her mind fixed on the goal. She's the driving force here, the one who believes this mission is worth the risk. Joel is more cautious, almost reluctant, still seeing Ellie as cargo rather than someone to protect. Ellie, meanwhile, is caught in the middle, trying to understand why these two adults are so tense when they're so close to what's supposed to be the finish line. Stepping inside the Capitol building is like walking into a tomb. The once pristine marble floors are cracked and water-stained, grand columns now chipped and moss-covered. Sunlight spills through broken windows, casting long shadows across the empty halls. It's eerily quiet, and that silence is telling. This was supposed to be bustling with Fireflies, ready to take Ellie off their hands. Instead, the emptiness echoes with foreboding. Then comes the discovery. The Fireflies they were supposed to meet are dead. Their bodies lie scattered, their gear still in place, the air heavy with the smell of decay. For Tess, this is more than a setback. It's the breaking point. The mission she's poured herself into has hit a wall. Joel reacts with frustration, ready to call it off and go home. But Tess isn't willing to quit. It's here that the emotional weight of the mission crashes down. Tess reveals she's been bitten. The wound is fresh, the infection spreading fast. This isn't a minor injury. It's a death sentence. And Tess knows it. But instead of breaking down, she channels everything into one final push. She begs Joel to take Ellie to Tommy, knowing that her time is over and Joel is the only one who can finish what they started. This scene transforms the Capitol building from a waypoint into a crucible. Tess's confession reframes everything we've seen up to this point. Her urgency, her determination, her refusal to back down. It's been fueled not just by her belief in Ellie's importance, but by the knowledge that she doesn't have long left. This is her last stand. Her last chance to make something matter in a world where so much has been lost. Joel's reaction is telling. He's angry, not at Tess, but at the situation. He doesn't want this responsibility, doesn't want to get attached. But Tess forces his hand, making him promise to see Ellie to safety. This is the moment Joel's journey truly begins. Not as a smuggler escorting cargo, but as a reluctant guardian. Ellie's response is just as important. Up until now, she's been sarcastic, deflecting fear with humor. But here, she sees the cost of this mission in a way she can't joke away. Tess's sacrifice hits her hard, and though she doesn't fully understand the weight of it yet, it plants the seed for the bond she'll later share with Joel. The mission doesn't end with quiet reflection, though. Tess stays behind to hold off the soldiers closing in, buying Joel and Ellie time to escape. The tension here is suffocating. The echo of boots pounding on marble, the shouted orders from soldiers, and Tess's final words urging them to run. As you control Joel, leading Ellie through the dark corridors and out of the building, you hear the distant gunfire. You know what's happening without seeing it. Tess is gone, but she's gone on her own terms, fighting to the last breath. From a lore perspective, the Capitol building mission is loaded with symbolism. It's the literal and figurative collapse of the old world's authority. A government building meant to represent stability now serves as the setting for one of the most chaotic and heartbreaking moments in the game. The Fireflies, the supposed inheritors of that authority, are revealed to be just as fragile and vulnerable as everyone else. And in the middle of it all, three people, Joel, Tess, and Ellie, are forced to confront the reality that survival in this world means sacrifice. It's also a turning point for the narrative's central themes. Up until now, the journey has been about reaching a destination. After the capital, it becomes about the journey itself, the relationships, the trust, the hope that something better might be possible. Tess's death strips away the safety net, leaving Joel and Ellie alone, forced to rely on each other in a way they hadn't before. As Joel and Ellie flee the building, pursued by soldiers, the gameplay mirrors the emotional state of the characters. There's no time to think, only to act. Every gunshot and shouted order reinforces the urgency. And when you finally put distance between yourself and the capital, there's a strange stillness, a moment to breathe, but not to rest. The Capitol building stands behind you, silent once more, its halls now empty of all who matter to you there. Tess's absence is immediate, almost jarring, and the game doesn't give you the luxury of dwelling on it. In this world, grief has to wait. Survival comes first. Looking back, the Capitol building mission is more than just a dramatic set piece. It's the moment the story sheds any illusion of safety. The moment Joel's role shifts from reluctant escort to something far more personal. And the moment Ellie begins to understand the weight of the world she's inherited. It's a place where the past and present collide, where the ruins of an old order serve as the stage for a new, fragile bond to form. And like all great moments in The Last of Us, it's unforgettable, not because of the gunfights or the spectacle, but because of the people, the choices they make, and the price they're willing to pay.
Following us!
God damn it!